My name is Angie. I'm marketing and PR lead at Hinkal. And please, guys, introduce yourselves as well. We have Adam from Hinkal, the ecosystem lead at Hinkal. Adam, can you please step in here?
Sure, it's my pleasure to be here. My name is Adam. I'm the ecosystem lead. So I'll be dealing with all things regarding partnerships and expanding to new dApps and promoting our shared privacy layer.
Hi guys,
Awesome.
Jay from BBL Labs. We are incubating a hub. So we have been doing incubations right for the past 7 years. We have incubated over 100 over projects already, and right now, right, we are working with a few projects in our hand also. Have been in the space for years, and glad to be here. Thank you.
Great, great. And we're gonna have one more speaker here from Aanta, but we need to give them a few more minutes. Yeah, I think we can start with actually talking about BB Labs, what you guys are doing. So, BB Labs offers advanced marketing strategy to Web3 projects they incubate. How do you ensure that these strategies remain secure?
Sure. So before I start, right, there's a request from the account AOM. So is it one of the speaker?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Sorry, let me approach. Okay, how is it? Mic test.
Hello.
Yep. So you want to try mic test? It's right?
Hi, everyone.
Great. So cool. So back to my point. Let me continue. BB Labs, right, offer marketing solutions to Web3 companies. Right now, right, is that every timing, every period of the crypto space, right, is different. The landscape is constantly changing, so we have to change ourselves also. Every time, right, there's new projects, there's new chain that's coming out, there's new teams, or there's new tokenomics design, right? We have to get there, we have to go in, get our hands dirty, we have to play all this, right? Then we understand what is going on. And after all, right, if there's new clients that came over with different ideals or different needs, right, then we can help them with it. So that's how we keep in the game. Right now, right, is a era, right, where Ethereum is not the only player right now. There's also other smart chain outside. There's Solana, and there's the recent Tone that is grabbing a lot of hype. And for older chains, right, that's Throne, where they just launched their launchpad. So right now, right, is that there's a few choice already. It's not like the last bull run where you're looking at maybe Polkadot, or maybe you're looking at Near or Avalon. Right now is a huge change in the current scene. So every time, like right now, right, this bull run is a few other players that's shining right now, and their tools that's available on chain right are totally different. The DEX, the loan platforms, the stable coins, the smart contracts, they're all different. And of course, there is a different culture in terms of users. They are looking at different usage. So right now, right, just an illustration, let's say Tone Chain, right? Tone right now is heavily relying on mobile apps because Tone is being latched on Telegram, as we all know. So most of our Tone user, they will be using mobile, unlike maybe Solana, where it's more maybe PC friendly. So by using this, right, we have to understand that what mobile users are looking at, they're not heavy users, they're very light. And when you plan your dApps or your tokenomics or your marketing scheme, right, it should be more tilt towards mobile user if let's say you are looking into market on Tone. So just some ideas, right, that we have to understand the landscape and the type of user that we are dealing with before we came with different solutions. That's how we get to be constantly in the game. We have to be constantly learning and changing. Yep. So that's it for my side. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for these insights. And do we have the Aanta representative already?
Hi, we all here. Nice meeting you all.
Awesome, awesome. Can you give us a short intro about yourself?
Yeah, definitely. Nice to meet everyone here. My name is Anchisa Tapanagonwood. I'm the founding partner at Autento. So my journey in blockchain and Web3 has really been driven by the passion for, privacy compliance. I was a regulator before founding this project. So at Autento, we are really focused on building robust identity verification solution that really respect user privacy while ensuring that compliance with global regulatory standards can be met. So our mission is really to empower decentralized ecosystem with the tools that projects would need, right? Like to foster trust and security without compromising the principle of being decentralized. And we're very lucky to have been working with a very great partner like Hinkal, who really cares so much about both the compliance side and about creating the product that would really fit the user's need within the Web3 space. So I'm very thrilled to be here today to discuss all the solutions and the intersection of our solution, right? Like the privacy and DeFi and beyond with all of you today. Great to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a pleasure hosting you today as well. Yeah, you mentioned privacy in DeFi, and as we know, it requires identity checks. So, how do you balance user privacy with compliance requirements so far?
That's a really great question. It is a very critical question, actually, especially as the DeFi space continues to grow. And at Autento, we really believe that privacy and compliance are not mutually exclusive. Our approach involves leveraging advanced cryptographic techniques and also um, proof to enable identity verification without exposing sensitive user information. So it's privacy by design. And by aligning with framework like the FATF, the travel rule, we ensure that our solution meet the regulatory requirements as well, while also maintaining the anonymity of the user where possible. Of course, like this balance would be difficult to strike, and it also depends on the project, the level and of understanding of projects that we are working with as well, and their requirements as they serve the customers. So this balance is really the key to fostering trust in DeFi platform, and also why we are able to help them adhering the necessary compliance standards. You can look at us as a helper instead of forming your entire compliance team. You can actually outsource, those difficult tasks or rather boring tasks to us and let us taking care of it, so that you can focus mainly on growth and acquiring new customers, whereas like we kind of like supporting you from the back, ensuring that it's compliance as well.
Yeah, I see. And it's really crucial question for Henkel as well. So maybe Adam, you can give us more insights about that. Henkel's shared privacy actually allows for restaking of Ethereum and other tokens for H tokens. What will be the benefits of H tokens to stakers? And will they also benefit with the privacy features, or will it work the other way around?
All right, sure, great question. So with shared privacy and Hinkal's shared privacy layer, we are introducing anonymity staking, which means that you can restake Ethereum tokens or receive tokens from, for example, Lido, and receive H tokens. Holders of H tokens, for example, HETH or HSTETH, HUSDT, and so on, receive yield from private transactions that we collect from our users, as well as Hinkle points. And those can be further restaked on, for example, Symbiotic, who is a partner of ours. So the way it works is people who are staking for H tokens receive a receipt token, which is fully composable. So it's they have liquidity, and they by staking increase the privacy pool of our protocol, which means that the total value locked or the total value anonymized within the protocol is higher, and we can process bigger private transactions. So while stakers do not actually benefit from privacy while staking, they do benefit from the yield and the points and even additional points in the context of restaking our tokens, our H tokens further. Example on Symbiotic with Mellow Vaults, getting Symbiotic and Mellow points, while other users who just use our DApp or who use our SDK to create private shielded addresses, they benefit from a larger privacy pool, which benefits them as they can make larger transactions.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I think we will touch more bases on that later on in our further AMAs. So please follow the news. And Hinkal is about to announce so many more features and different roles for shared privacy framework. Yeah, thanks for taking time for a little bit of showing our future features. So let's proceed with BB Labs. How do you guys advise for risk-taking platform like Hinkal, for instance, to push for more Web2 user adoption?
Okay. Right now, right? Actually, I've been using this protocol for a while. I quite like it though. It's very simple and straightforward. But right now, right? There's something that definitely can be enhanced. Visual effect is pretty important. I mean, in Web3 space, right? Maybe we didn't bother that much. We can do a lot of calculations, a lot of those other checking ourselves. But Web2 users, they are not so savvy. They are more like not so familiar with all this. So visual is very important. For restaking, right? The strongest selling point of it is actually enhanced in terms of returns. That's an instant impact that most of the players will be interested in. Thus, it will be great, right? That interface, right, at Hinkal that can directly showcase the profits in terms of restaking, how much extra possibly can be generated. So it will be an instant visual impact. Of course, right, in terms of this, right, I think having more videos will be great, showing like how the interface works. Because right now, right, if you realize a lot of recent interface, right, dApps recently, they are doing this, they are trying to create a lot of different videos that might not have directly linked with their product. It's more like branding purpose. However, most of our new players, right, they'll be willing to try if they think that this theme looks nice. Is to create a psychological connections with different users to let them see that, hey, this thing feel duped. So this is also something to take note of. And it would be great, right, if there's actually like a bubble map related like to show all the transactions that incoming and out, to actually let users to have a feel, right, that there's a lot of other users, right, that's using this protocol right now. So it's gonna be like a interface, right, that maybe can let other people see that right now how many people in these seconds is interacting with this protocol, or maybe past 24 seconds or 48 hours and everything. So by doing this, right, this can enhance the users confidence. Of course, in Web3 players, right, we know that it's very easy to check. We just need to go to different scans, like for example, Etherscan in this case, because it's support on Ethereum chain and other chain. But let's say that we just need to throw the smart contract inside to Etherscan, or maybe on different chain like BNB, right, the BSC scan. We will know that what's the transaction like. But to be honest, as I stated earlier, right, Web2 users, they are not so savvy. You ask them to go here to check, go there, and everything is a hassle. They can't take it, and for them to track all this, right, to monitor themselves is also not very feasible. So we have to make it very pretty idiot proof, having a bubble map a mind map related design that have a constant showing of an interaction, right, every live timing, it's going to be very helpful and powerful. Yeah, it's also something that give that have a topic, right, to let influencer have more things to talk about. Because right now, right, there's definitely a lot of KOLs outside, there are a lot of influence outside, they want to talk about good products, but simply just having an interface is just not enough. You need to generate more content, more vibes for them to talk about. So yeah, just from marketing point of view, all these are some suggestion. But overall, like I state, is Hinkal is a pretty interesting protocol that I've been trying and using also. I quite like it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I think you introduced a pretty innovative approach. I didn't think of that way actually before. Um, Thanks, Jay, again. So I have one more question to Athenta team. How do you see your identity solutions growing in the future, and how can they work with privacy tools like Hinkal's, for instance?
That's a great question. So our vision for the future of identity in Web3 is really the one where users have full control over their personal information. We see our solution evolving towards more decentralized identity system that integrate seamlessly with privacy tools like Hinkal. Because it's both way, right? Like you have this tools, you need to have someone to use it, and then what's the use case that like people are looking into? And I think like Hinkal is really a great example of projects that create that usability for people to start and be familiar with and to play with. And by using decentralized identifiers and verifiable credentials, we can create a system where identity verification happens off chain, preserving privacy while allowing compliance checks when necessary. And this synergies between privacy and identity tools is really crucial for the next wave of Web3 adoption. And I look forward to see more of this growing as the next wave of adoption is coming.
Great, great. And how do you think those market sentiments that we recently faced, did it affect anyhow Athenta team and your project in particular, or you're just like not depending on the market situation, keep building and delivering the technology stack?
I think regardless of the market condition, we still keep building and also taking feedbacks from our users. That is very important for us to actually progress in terms of products and in terms of UX UI experience for the users. That's totally not tied to how the market or Bitcoin price is doing. However, I would have to say in terms of the traffic coming in, the market condition does really affect things, right? But the trend that we're seeing is, of course, like let's say earlier this year, maybe in March, April, the market was really hot. A lot of new people are coming in. Has kind of been dying down a little bit since then. Um, so but the trend that we also keep seeing is that the small and more institutional investor start to come in. So I think on that side, like for us, because we do both the KYC side and also KYB side, I think the KYB part is less affected by the market condition. Regardless, right? Like we still keep building and also looking for like great partners like Hinkal, and looking forward to support them and how develop and grow in this market.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, from the marketing perspective, does it mean that you've switched your strategy more to institutions, or do you like anyhow adjust the strategy to get more traffic from them?
I think we're very lucky to have like really great partners, and the newcomers that we have received like has been really a lot like from the word of mouth. and therefore we able to also like grow the existence of the partners. In addition, as we are a Hong Kong company also incubated by Hong Kong Cyberport, I think they has been tremendously helpful in terms of helping us not only to just find the great partners among the ecosystem here, and also like help us in terms of marketing as well. So very thankful for that we are very lucky to have all these great partners like working with us at the moment.
Cool. Glad to hear that. Okay, I think we can discuss what's next on the horizon, right? So let's start with BB Labs. How do you see the privacy and security landscape evolving in the coming years, and how will it affect your project in particular?
Right now, right, because more regulations are coming into the crypto space, KYC, all this is definitely going up. So of course, there's a lot of protocols outside that try to take it away. Crypto space has been split into two paths. One is extremely strict by the rules. I will definitely KYC everything, upload everything correct to get everything done. But the other one is totally like the Web3 style, where you don't want to reveal anything. Even my display pic might be just a meme design. It's totally privacy. So there's a very clear split of users right now already, and we believe over time, right, this will get clearer, because in crypto space, right, you can't totally close or kill like privacy. So it's definitely possible to keep your identity constantly being void, not an issue. There's definitely new projects that will be launched, specialized design for this, and that might not be widely adopted for, in at least in the government space, but that is an option. Okay, so another option, right, is definitely the side where more regulations will be coming out. Now, right, besides even uploading your identification, right, there's also projects that let you use your biometrics to enter the to put on chain, like your eyeball, for example, like WorkCoin, for example, or even your thumbprint and everything. So there's all these things, and more methods will be coming soon, which is definitely important in terms of evolution landscape. So that's why I foresee over the years, right, probably these two paths will be much clearer, and it will constantly be going down until like this stage. Yep. Thanks.
Thank you, Jay. Hinkal and Adam, what do you think? We can talk about the horizons for our projects as well.
Sure. I mean, for us, it's a very exciting time. You can say that our current implementation is kind of like a V1, where all of our functionalities essentially work via our DApp. How it works is you go to Hinkal.pro, you launch the app, and then you go through integrity check. One of the vendors available for the verification is Autento, so you can get verified with Autento, and then you get access to our privacy features. We need this integrity check in order to prevent illicit actors from using our platform. Once the user logs in, they're able to swap, yield farm, yield trade, provide liquidity, and withdraw to new wallets without showing any trace of those transactions on chain. But what we are implementing in the V2, so to speak, so very soon, already next month, we're also we're introducing SDK. So any dApp in the world will be able to implement privacy features, shielded wallets to their dApp. So users will be able to connect to their dApp. Essentially, on chain, it will look like our smart contract is interacting with it. So practically nobody will be able to know who's actually doing those transactions. And we have the staking features, where we give a share of the profits from private transactions to stakers, therefore increasing the privacy pool. So right now we have around 20 million total value locked, which means you can do a $2 million transaction with pretty good privacy, because it's 10% of the whole privacy pool. That's considered pretty good privacy. And when we have more stakers and we have a $1 billion with a B, total value locked, total value anonymized, then you can make transactions of 100 million, which is already an amount that is suited for institutions and big players and whales who really need that extra liquidity in terms of the privacy provisioning.
Yeah, and from the marketing perspective, I want to say that we're actually empowering this shared privacy by introducing our Hinkel's curators. So our board of curators is kind of leading entities known for their visionary approaches and some impactful contributions to the on-chain markets. So we're gonna announce Henkel's curators this week, and I think that's very innovative approach in order to engage people and switch to this new era of blockchain privacy that we introduced within the shared privacy framework. So we believe that's like very crucial drive to the DApps that are gonna just integrate Hinkel's SDK, as you said, to enable privacy for their users. And that's kind of a new approach to these interactions. And I think we really want to provide the easiest way for the apps to enable privacy features. So stay tuned on all these news, and a lot of good things are coming from the Hinkle side. Okay, BB Labs, what about your vision on the privacy landscape of the upcoming months, because we're gonna have more changes in the market, because we see that impact from the US elections, how they impact the market. And how do you think we all can just keep doing what we do regardless the market condition, and how do you enable that in your project?
Okay, actually, privacy is a need constantly in the scene, because there's definitely whales, right, or personal reasons that they don't want to have their privacy being exposed. And right now in privacy, right, is a human rights that a lot of players they are actually being looking at. And definitely these scenes will not die off. A lot of tools, right, even Vitalik, right, the founder of Ethereum, had talked about different privacy tools or even mixers. All this is considered part of privacy requirement. Thus, landscape in this sector definitely will be evolving. The tools will get more complex. And in terms of what this, right, beside your own identity, right, transactions privacy and ownership privacy, all these are some things that will be in the evolution path. And even if possible, right, there are also websites outside that do privacy payments. So all these are something that has not exist like years back, maybe 5 6 years ago. All this doesn't exist, but because there's a need. So as you know, the saying is a business. So as there's a needs, right, there's definitely a supply and demand in this sector. I personally do feel, right, that this site will have its own niche, but the only issue, right, is that they will definitely have face resistance. Right now, right, a lot of organizations, right, they're trying to clamp down, they're trying to regulate this sector, that on this particular path, right, you cannot just do it with privacy. You need to KYC this sector, you need to declare it and everything. So this is definitely having challenges, and this is something that different protocols have to look how to design this part to enhance it. Of course, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's just supply and demands as usual. Yep. Thanks.
Thank you so much. um Okay, what about Authentic's vision and plans? How do you see the privacy and security landscape evolving in the coming years? And what will be your approach to adjusting to these changes, maybe?
Great question again. So I think really looking ahead, we see growing need for solutions that can navigate increasingly complex regulatory landscape, right? Like without sacrificing the core tenets of privacy. And at Autento, we are working on integrating more sophisticated algorithms to detect like fraudulent activities in real time, and also while still preserving privacy. So we anticipate the demand of for privacy preserving compliance solution will only increase, and as more mainstream users enter the DeFi space, it will become ever more necessary. So our goal is to be at the forefront of this evolution and providing tools that are both secure and also user centric. We are also exploring the integration of decentralized identity solution with cross-chain interoperability. So I believe that is the next big challenge as well. But this would really allow users to maintain a consistent privacy preserving identity across multiple blockchains and really ensure that data remains secure while they're interacting with different ecosystems. I mean, I'm also a DeFi user. I'm not only in one chain anymore. As Jay also mentioned, like Ethereum might start first. Now you're everywhere, right? You're on Solana, you're on Injective, you're on other chains, and we want to make it as seamless as possible for the users while still putting privacy at the forefront and protect that for them.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think the user-focused approach is crucial nowadays, because if you just um, build what you want without collecting feedback and adjusting to the user's needs, you're not going to succeed, right? So I love that approach of yours here. Okay, I think we can kind of sum it all up with some exciting news that you have from your side. Let's start with BBL Labs. What are you working on right now that you would like to shortly introduce today?
Right now, we have a platform that deal with traffic quests. It's a platform that actually can get airdrops, can get rewards, right, by completing different quests on the site. So it's fun. It's something that meant to bring out the fun in Web3, make it simple, maybe educational, and in the meantime can earn some rewards. The platform will be launched soon, and we will be doing announcement of this because yeah, and there's also other projects that we're incubating right now. But right now, the most interesting one is the one that I just stated. The name will be announced, so you guys can follow my Twitter if you are interested in some platform like this, yeah, or maybe follow our YouTube. We will be talking about it also. Yep, thanks.
Thank you so much. Yeah, what about Authentic's plans and news that you would like to share with us today? Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well.
Oh, great. I don't know, didn't hear anything. So, Asanto team, would you like to add anything on your future plans? What are you working on right now that you'd like to introduce today?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for that window for us. We are working on the cross-chain interoperability at the moment. We started with Ethereum EVM chain. Now also available on Injective. Solana is definitely something we're looking into next. So stay tuned. Should be launched in the very near future.
Great, great. Happy to hear that. Adam, let's add something from our side about Hinkal. You go first, and I will proceed.
All right, awesome. So I guess, Angie, you can mention the types of users we are trying to onboard onto our platform. We have some great partners already lined up. So perhaps you could go through them. I'm just going to mention that we also have a great points campaign that everybody can join and participate in. So we highly encourage that. It's still under the radar a little bit, so you know the drill. It's just something really worth taking a look at. And Angie, do you want to walk us through the types of curators, stakers, staking delegates that we are currently offering services to?
Yeah, sure. So we're gonna announce different roles one by one, starting this week. This week is all about curators of Hinkal who are gonna actually support this shared privacy narrative. We want them to introduce privacy to different dApps via Hinkal's SDK, and I think it will be very powerful in terms of new traffic generation as well, because we want to explore more new markets, more new audiences, and that's where the curators are going to step in actually. And then we're also looking for the stakers to join Hinkal's shielded liquidity pool to contribute those assets to overall privacy set that we're going to provide to both retail and institutional users. So these are like main things that we are working on right now. And yeah, I think we will be delivering these news like partially one by one, because it's something that people need to also educate about, and then they will understand the whole awesomeness of all these features, right? Because I feel like this is a very innovative approach in privacy field in DeFi, and this shared privacy framework is gonna definitely make some revolution in DeFi and provide all those, you know, traditional finance features that we used to have and introduce them in the DeFi ecosystem. So yeah, stay tuned. And thank you, everyone. Do you have maybe any final words for today? I think we had a plenty interesting topics covered, and it was a very insightful discussion. So, BBL Labs, do you have any final words to the audience today?
Not for now, but anyway, thanks for the space. It was great. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. What about Aanta? Do you want to say anything to our today's listeners?
Just really want to thank you, Hinkal. I think like you guys are really at the forefront of the DeFi space, and also the one of the very few that really care so much about privacy preserving and allowing the tools that is possible for people who really cares about privacy preserving, and also wants to explore more in the DeFi space to be able to do what they want to do in this space. So really like all hands to Hinkal and keep building. Really happy to be supporting you from behind in whatever endeavors, new projects, also new products launch that you guys are having in the very near future. Very excited for this.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Adam, do you have any final words for today?
Thank you, everyone, for joining, and hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, Angie, for moderating, and for the guests to join.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed this discussion as well as I did. Stay tuned for our next AMAs. we're gonna announce the next one for Hinkal pretty soon. And also remember to stay private, y'all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye now.